Streaming. And does this connect to YouTube? 3, 2, 1. Show up. I gotta figure out how to. All right, I'm gonna do some stream research after this, and I'm gonna have it to where before I go live, there's like a countdown screen until I go live, and then after I can just like click a button and it goes to like the SelfTaughtDev logo, and it's not just like straight off the screen. Let me grab the link. That way I can grab the link before I actually start streaming. So we go to studio, and then, no, we go to your channel, right? And then it should just pop up right here. Boom, there we go. 3 people watching already. What's up, guys? Hit that like button if you like my pretty face, or in the Discord, just to let me know you're in the Discord. That'd be cool. And we're gonna share the link, copy. If the music's too loud or anything like that, let me know. I still haven't mastered the sound stuff, so yeah. All right, let me post this in here, and then mute that, and then we'll go back here. All right, sweet, we're ready to go. So today we are building Flooble homepage. So this is on selftaught-dev.com. If you look in the description, I'll have a link. You can go there and download this project with us and follow along. What's up, Ron and Morton? I think I got it right, maybe? I don't know, we're not sure. Dude, I have this git mug, right? It's got like a bunch of git commands on it, like git init, creates new local repo, git clone, URL, clone existing repo. It's got like all the git commands on it, and I'm looking at it, and I really want to get like the SelfTaughtDev logo, which is just that like, it's basically like a React fragment, and like put that on a black mug. I think that'd be awesome. I'm probably gonna figure out how to do that pretty soon here. Anyway, announcements. What did I want to say? Yeah, if you want to follow along, go to selftaught-dev.com. Make sure you have Adobe XD installed, and you can follow along with this build. 2, we're building a community project. It's gonna be a dating app. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I don't know why it's gonna be awesome yet, but it is gonna be awesome. Flooble is a fictitious company that is a search engine. We can't use the actual one. If you notice, this looks pretty familiar. They're pretty similar to another homepage, but we can't use that one for copyright reasons, so we've modified it a little bit. That's what Flooble is. But yeah, we're doing a community project, so come hop in the Discord, and if you want to join in on that, it's gonna be a dating app. It's gonna be really cool. We're actually starting on that this weekend. It's gonna be slow, but it'll be awesome. All right, so first thing, we're on selftaught-dev.com. We're gonna make an account, because you have to make an account to download the pages. So I'll just do Garrett, and then we'll do guitarguy13@ymail.com, and then password will be something you guys aren't gonna know. Y'all can't see my keyboard in here, right? All right, cool, good. And then we sign up, and then not now. All right, cool. So now we're logged in as Garrett. So now we go back to our homepage here, or we're not logged in. Now we actually have to log in. So let's guitarguy13@ymail.com. And then our password was this, and then we log in. Now we're actually logged in. Look at that. No, we don't want to save the password to LastPass. Screw off LastPass. All right, sweet. So eventually I'm gonna have like a pro version of this, and that's where you will get like the tablet mockup, the mobile mockup, and like a bunch of other cool stuff with this project. But for now, we're just doing the base version. So if you've signed in, you made an account, you can click download project files. It'll bring you to Google Drive, and you can download the Adobe XD file here. Oh, I need to update that on Google. I have the video going over the project, kinda. This is just like the base level requirements of it. But that's cool. Is it going to be just the design or code? Yeah, we're gonna like code it. The design is just like, you need Adobe XD so you can see the mockup. Yeah, this is a challenge like on my website. So we're gonna build this basically. So it's not like super complex. There's not gonna do any JavaScript. Mostly just gonna be HTML and CSS. Oh, it's hot. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so good. I've had coffee in like the past 3 or 4 days because I had like a throat ulcer. Kind of getting graphic here and nasty, but it like felt like I got stabbed every time I swallow, and coffee's not good for that. So, you know. So this is what we're building. We're gonna close that side so we have more room here. So yeah, you guys kind of get to learn how to use Adobe XD on this one too. If you don't use Adobe XD, it's free, by the way. So free to download Adobe XD and follow along. Now, I'm also going to assume you have Bash installed because we're going to use Bash. And I'm also assuming you use VS Code because that's the best code editor there is if you're like a front-end developer or a web developer. If you're not using VS Code, go get it right now. So we're going to cd to doc github, and then we want to make dir Flooble home page. And then inside here, what do we need? We're gonna touch index.html. Is that too small? Should I zoom in on that a little bit for you guys? If anything's too small, let me know, and I can like zoom in or like blow it up. Not like literally blow it up, but like metaphorically make it bigger. Don't ban me, YouTube. And then what else do we need? We're gonna touch styles.css, and I think that's all we're gonna need for this one. So now we do code dot, and then that opens our repo in VS Code. Why we're not in the right directory? We need to change directory to Flooble homepage. And then now we can do code dot. So now it'll open that directory in VS Code for us. My VS Code might look a little different from yours. I've got some customization on it. Like, it just makes more sense to have the file directory bar on the right side here. Oh, when I made those files, I didn't change directories. That's dumb. So now we have to touch index.html again. Now it'll actually show up in here. And then we're gonna touch styles.css in here too. Now we've actually got styles and homepage. Did it not? Touch styles.css, not tough styles.css. There we go. Cool, and now we'll do HTML5, and that gives us our HTML5 boilerplate, because this comes with, I think it's Emmet. I think that's what the thing is. I've never used Figma. I think you have to pay for Figma, right? I like Adobe XD because it's free, and then that's what we use at work here. This looks cool because you can like collaborate and have multiple people on it at once. See it, like you can try it for free, which like I wonder how much it costs. Pricing. Starters free. You get 3 projects, 30-day version history, up to 2 editors. You only get 3 projects. See, like, I don't understand why I'd use this over Adobe XD when Adobe's free. Maybe if this works on Linux, that would be a good reason. Because Adobe products don't work on Linux. I really like Linux. I want to use it, but I'm forced to use Windows because at work we use Adobe XD, or the designers do, and I can't. I can run Adobe XD on Linux. I just have to do some weird configuration stuff, and I don't want to mess with it, so I just stick with Windows because I have to use it for work. So. So I can save like multiple projects as drafts instead of like 3 real projects. I'm cool with that. I'll have to try it out then. CyberQuest, we are building Flooble homepage, which is one of the projects here. It's this, pretty much. So first, we've got our boilerplate made here. All right, so we're gonna need a nav, we're gonna need a container for this section, and then we're gonna need a footer, right? So in here, we're gonna do div times 3. So now we got our 3 divs, except this is actually gonna be nav, and then this is gonna be footer. And then we'll save, and then in here, we're gonna have a left side and then a right side. So is my music too loud? Can you guys even hear the music? Zoom in. All right. We'll close that side. Let me know if that's good enough for you. All right, so yeah, we've got nav, div, and footer. In nav, we're gonna have a left side and a right side, so we'll make div times 2, so we got 2 divs. We'll say class. This is gonna be the left side, and then we'll do class. This is gonna be the right side. I'm gonna go kind of fast, so I'm sorry if I go too fast for you guys. Or if I guess if I am going too fast, you can let me know, and I'll try to slow down and just like talk about random stuff while you catch up. So title, this is going to be Flooble homepage. Boom. Look at that. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it looks pretty close. It's not the same thing for copyright reasons, but it's pretty close. All right. You think you saw someone behind me? Dude, don't mess with me like that, man. like yesterday, not yesterday, like a week ago, I've started waking up at like 5:45 or 4:45 to go to the gym, and my alarm went off at 5:45, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back to sleep, and then I swear I heard somebody say Garrett, like I heard somebody whisper Garrett, and I was like, holy shit, what was that? And I got up and went to the gym. So I'm hoping it was like a ghost just looking out for me saying, hey, get out of bed, go work out. Which unit do you use for font size, line height, padding, margin? I usually just stick with, like, there's probably a better way to do it, but for the most part, I use pixels. How many GIFs fit in how many girls fit in a div block? Lol. But yeah, I mean, I think like EMs probably would be better. Did I finish the burp suite? Not yet. I still got like 1 or 2 more sections left. I just feel like I've been doing that the past 3 weekends, so I wanted to change up the live stream a little bit. All right, so we need about and store, right? So we can do, we'll just do actually those need to be anchor tags. So we'll do href equals the placeholder thing, and then inside we'll say about, and then close the a tag, and then we need another with basically the same stuff, except this is gonna be store. And then we're gonna need more A's on the right side, right? Yeah, we need 2 for Flooble and images. And then we're gonna need 2 more, but these are gonna have images inside. So we'll do img src equals, and then we'll leave that blank for now. And then alt will be grid of squares, because we're gonna have this grid of squares thing. So this is how you export stuff in Adobe XD, right? So we click on it, we click on it. If you click too many times, it'll like go down into the layer more. You can move the actual stuff in the SVG. But if you click on the just once, it'll grab the whole block. You can move it around. We can press Control E or Command E if you're in Mac. I'm assuming it's that. We'll just export it to my work folder. Have you ever used REM? I've not. I need to. Dude, we're old. We use desktop first, because like my designers don't give me a mobile mockup. They'll just give me a desktop version. They're like, all right, do what you want on mobile. So, and like our template we use is built using desktop first, so it's kind of like outdated. We're using old practices, but I'm the lead dev, so I need to change that. Oh no, don't go back to there. Okay, cool. So anyway, we're exporting this. So did we export it? We did export it, right. So now we'll go to pictures, work, and then we're actually gonna delete those. We're probably gonna just use an SVG for that instead, actually. So we'll go here, we'll switch this to SVG and export as an SVG. Now we've got the square grid, and then we'll also need our image here. If you want, you can switch this out with your image or whatever you want, but we're gonna export that as a PNG. Any other assets we need to export? We need this here, so we'll grab this, group that together, and we'll export that as an SVG. And then over here, we'll grab this magnifying glass, and then export that as an SVG. I don't know if that'll work. Download.svg. Which one's the... Okay, so that one is the speaker, or the mic. And then this one's gonna be the magnifying glass. We'll just say mag for short. And then back here, we're gonna open up our file structure here. We're gonna make a new folder for images. And then we'll make another folder for SVGs because we want those to be separate. And then we'll put our SVGs in here, and we'll put our image in here. Sweet. So we don't need that open right now. Yes, it'll stay here. I'm gonna leave this up for like a week, but I'm eventually gonna make the live streams or the project builds like a bonus if you're signed up for selftaught-dev.com. But this will probably be here like a week or two. I mean, you can become a developer if you're mostly doing it for the money. Like successful though, successful's kind of like relative. Like how successful do you want to be? Do you want to be like working at like Facebook making the big bucks? If you don't like code, probably not, because you have to like code. Because as a developer, you don't get the luxury of just learning code once and then you're like, all right, I'm good for the rest of my career. You have to constantly be learning new stuff, because like code's like always evolving. There's always new stuff coming out, so you always have to be learning and improving. Because I mean, if you're not, then you get a job and eventually, like, you either try to leave that job or you lose your job maybe. If you haven't been learning and keeping up to date, then it's going to be really hard to find a new job. You're going to have to like learn a lot more and improve. If you guys are getting value out of this at all, make sure you smash that like button. That really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. All right, so back to this. So this is going to be an image 2. So the one here is going to be a grid. So we will do dot, because we need to go up, right? No, it's in the same directory. We'll do dot slash. This is the grid, so we'll go to SVGs and then square grid.svg. And then this one we are going to images. And for alt, this is going to be user image. All right, so that is what we need for nav, I believe. And then we'll just flex that and that'll pretty much take care of everything for us. Yeah, I mean, you'll get paid like every month. Like you can do freelance stuff if you just like learn HTML, CSS, and maybe even like WordPress. You can develop if you develop some sales skills, you can cold call businesses that have crappy websites, and you can probably sell them on, hey, I'm a developer. I don't know what I'd say, honestly. I'm in like code mode, not sales mode. But like sell them on letting you redesign their website, and you can charge them a couple $100 for that. All right, so we got the nav bar built. This is what we're building here, the Flooble homepage. So I don't want to. The spacing on those is going to be weird because those are individual letters. We might just group this and do this as an SVG and be lazy. So this is going to be Flooble logo. And then in here, we'll just drag this to our SVGs. And then all right, so we need a div for the logo, a div for the bar deal, and a div for the buttons. So we need 3. So in here, we'll do image src equals dot slash. I need to close that so we can do the auto stuff. And that went to SVGs, and it's the Flooble logo. So that's that part. And then in here, we're going to need an image on the left that is going to be the magnifying glass. And then we'll need the input type equal text. And then we'll need another image, src equals svgs slash the microphone, because that's going to be the mic. And then we'll say alt equals microphone. I might have spelled that wrong. I'm horrible at spelling stuff. Oh my gosh. And then here we'll say alt equals oh, it's outside, that's why. Alt equals magnifying glass. That is also probably not spelled right. Jesus Christ, I'm bad at spelling. Alt equals Flooble logo. Cat, hush. Hush. I'll feed you later. I literally fed you 30 minutes ago. You're not hungry again. You just want attention. Yes, listen to Ram. He's my favorite person in here right now. I love all of you equally, but he's my favorite. All right, so let's see how this is looking right now. If we open this with live server. All right, cool. So this is looking about how we would expect it to. That grid is looking really weird too. But yeah, the Flooble logo is white. We've got the magnifying glass and this. Those need to be anchor tags actually, because those need to be clicked on, right? So this is gonna be an A href equals placeholder thing. And then we'll take this and put it at the end of that. And then we'll do the same for this lower image. And we're basically just gonna position absolute these so they fit inside of this index thing, and input, and then we'll add some padding to the left. Do you gonna upload the live so I could rewatch it? So YouTube, whenever you do a live on YouTube, it automatically records it and like saves it. I think. Did I hit DVR? Did I tell it to save this? As long as it saved the settings from last time, it should save this and like have it uploaded. It might be down for a little bit as soon as we end the stream, just because it has to process. But yeah, any tips on landing a job at digital marketing companies like yours as a web developer? Do the Google AdWords certification and like do the Google certifications, and then make sure you have a good portfolio. But like digital marketing companies, those are pretty good like entry level places, because you don't need to know. I mean, depending on where it is. All right, so we've got those. So now we just need the footer. So the footer is going to be advertising, business, privacy, terms, and settings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 anchor tags. We'll just copy this and put this here. And then again, we need div class left side, because these will probably have the same settings. And then we need another div class right side, because those will probably have the same settings as the nav. And then we need 2 there, and then 3 on the right. Wait, I did not copy the right part of that. Did I? We can edit that and get it right. So we need advertising. Can you guys even hear the music? Business, privacy, terms, and settings. I had too many, that's what it is. All right, so we delete that. Yeah, these just aren't pretty. If we do .prettier RC, and then in here we'll add this and save, and now, why aren't you prettifying my stuff? That usually works. I just add a prettier.rc and then save it with no settings, and it does the default stuff. Interesting. I need to figure out why that's not working. So we're gonna clean this up manually then. Dang it, that's annoying. Maybe we won't clean this up. Maybe we'll just, yeah, we have to clean it up. My code OCD forces me to need to clean this up. Readability is important in code. But I just like it to look pretty and all nested right and stuff. Come on, get in the right place. Right there, boom. Save. That's not even in the footer. Why isn't this in the footer? Why did I have 3 divs? Oh, we didn't make the buttons, that's why. But that goes in the footer, and then right here, we need 2 buttons, right? So we'll do button. Should those be buttons or anchor tags? Did you change your default formatter? I might have. I don't know, it says prettier, like in the bottom right here, it says prettier. So, output. Is HTML in here? Yeah, it's got HTML in there. Notifications. There are multiple formatters. Oh, gotcha. Configure. Okay, we want prettier. Good call. There are multiple JSON formatters. We'll use prettier for JSON too. Now if we save. Okay, what error is it getting me? It's giving me an error in prettier now. Unexpected closing tag A. It may happen when the tag has already been closed. Am I doing that somewhere? What line is it saying that's on? 28? 28. Yeah, we do. It is closed already. Did it just mess up my code? No, I messed up my code. Now if we save. Woo! We fixed it. Good job. Thank you for the help there. I didn't realize that was a thing. Adobe XD alternative for Linux users. I'm still searching for that because I would love to just use Linux. I think you can do some configuration and run Adobe in Linux, because I think I was reading some forum posts on Adobe's site because people were complaining. They're like, hey, Adobe, make this work on Linux. And that was like 10 years ago, and Linux is like, nah, y'all are on your own. So Linux people were obviously like, all right, we'll make it work for anyway. We're gonna make these A tags, and then inside there we need to have Flooble search, and show me the money. All right, so I think we've got all of our HTML here now, right? Yep, I think so. So now up here, we need to do the link tag, rel style sheet, and then we want to go for /styles.css. And then the background of this is going to be, feel free to customize the styles and make this look however you want, by the way, guys. I guess we just grab body, background, that, and then save, and then go here. Boom. Looking way better. We can actually see the whole Flooble logo now. The spacing on that looks right. So now we're going to do SVG max width 100%. So now those won't overflow when we go to mobile. Linkscape, not as good as Figma. All right. Yeah, I think Figma is what I was doing some freelance work for this guy, and I think he was the designer, and I was like basically building his portfolio for him. I think he said he used Figma. So a few people are recommending that. I'll have to check it out. All right, so now we want to grab the nav and footer, and we want to set the display to flex and justify content space between, I believe. How's that look? Pretty close. And then we want to do align items center, so those are centered correctly. Cool. Now the nav and the footer are looking decent-ish. Then we also want to grab the footer, and we'll say, I guess we want it fixed to the bottom, right? That'll work. And then we'll say left 0, right 0. So it'll take up the whole space. That'll work. Cool. Do we have color on the top? No, we don't. But we do have color on the footer. So we'll go ahead and give the footer the background color here. Cool. And then we want to give the A tags the color white. And we'll do text decoration none, and then we'll do a hover, because we do want those to have some kind of indication that those are links and that you click on them. And when they're hovered on, we'll do color. Nope, come on, let me pick the color. There we go. We'll just like darken it slightly, and then we want that to be a smooth transition. So we'll say transition duration 0.25 s. Maybe that'll work. What does that look like? Oh, that works. What font are we using here? Because I don't like the font that's being used by default on this. About, so we're using Arial. I guess we can use that. So we'll go to Google Fonts, Arial. Is Arial not a font on Google? There we go. Can I? Wow, that's not available. All right, we're gonna use Roboto, because I like that. So we're probably going to use regular, and then I think we need bold. No, we don't need bold. We just need regular. So we're going to grab this link they give us. We'll go back to our HTML and throw that in the style sheet here, and then save, and then grab the font family here, and then we can stick this in body, and I think that should be inherited by everything, right? Yeah, cool. Boot camps, I think they're useless. I don't like, the only reason you should go to a boot camp is if you need structure and you need somebody standing behind you saying, hey, come on, work, come on, do it, come on. But if you need that, I don't know if you need to be a developer in the first place. But I don't think you should. I don't like honestly. I don't think you should go to a boot camp. I think like there's enough free stuff online that you can just teach yourself. Like go to Free Code Camp first, do the HTML and CSS stuff on there, and do their projects to make sure you even like code. If you do like that, go ahead and do the JavaScript stuff. Then, if you can afford it, I'd go sign up for Team Treehouse's tech degree and do their front end developer tech degree. You'll like recover some of the stuff that you learned on front end masters or on Free Code Camp, but that kind of helps like. When you go through Free Code Camp, you miss, like you don't retain 100% of it. So going through Team Treehouse's tech degree, that'll help you retain even more of it, and you'll get a lot more projects to build, which is a key to getting a job. You need a good portfolio with good projects to show off, to say, hey, this is stuff I built. This is, like, I can do this. This is the proof that I can do this job. We're gonna set a max width on this of 850 pixels. So that is the middle div. What do we call that? Do we give that a class? We'll say class equals content section, because this actually has the important content in it. And then down here, we'll just go dot content section max width. Actually, do I use flex basis? I don't want that mobile. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't go to a boot camp. Because I've heard... That's 850? Why is that SVG bigger? Oh, because it's not an SVG, it's an image. That's why. So we need images max width to be 100%. And of course that reset, but for content section, we are gonna say justify content center. We're not setting display flex on that. And then we also want nav and footer. We need left side and right side to have display flex too. So we'll say, we're gonna organize this a little bit too. I need to make my flag. This is how I like my flags to look. And then we're gonna do one for nav. And then we'll have one for typography. And that's where we will put this A stuff and any other text related stuff. And then that's just kind of like general, so we'll leave that there. Actually, we need one for content section. We'll just call this center. And then save. Cool. Now we've got our CSS kind of separated. We could break that into separate style sheets, which is probably what I'd do if this was React, but what's up, man? How you doing? My anonymous profile looking friend? I'm out of coffee. No, this isn't good. I need to finish this within the next 30 minutes because I'm playing, what am I playing? What's it called? Kingdoms Reborn. If anybody's into RTS games and wants to play a game with me in a little bit and some friends, we're playing Kingdoms Reborn. It's gonna be awesome. Flooble is a fictitious company I made up that is a search engine, and you're their lead developer, and you have to build their homepage for them. So that's where we're at with this. Oh god, that looks horrible. All right, so we need, where's content section? This needs to be flex direction column. There we go, and then we need that to be centered as well, right? So we will inspect I guess I need this on the screen here so you guys can see that, and to blow that up a little bit more so you guys can see that. That's too big. We're going to grab the content section, and then we want to do margin auto, so that's centered. Wait, nope, display flex. Text align center. So everything's centered. Hey, look at that. We're looking way better. So we're just going to grab all of this and go here and stick this in our content section and save. And now we need to work on the nav a little bit here. So this image is too big and blurry. What size is it on here? It's 48 pixels there. We're going to shrink that. We're going to say width is 30 pixels. That still looks blurry. We might re-export that at like double the resolution. Do I have a class on that or any identifying thing on that? Say class equals user image. And then this will be, I don't know if we need a class on that, but we'll stick one in there anyway, just in case we need to select it. Grid image, and then save. And then in here, this is in the nav, so we'll say user image, max width, actually we'll just say width, 30 pixels. And then why is there, I feel like there's extra space above that that we don't need in the body. Margin top needs to be 0. Yeah, there we go, that works. And then for the A's on the left side, so we need a section for general stuff, right? So that'll be right here. And then in here, we'll say left side A needs to have a margin right of, we'll say like 15 pixels, and then right side A, I guess that also needs to have a margin right of the same, so we can just combine this, put this in the same thing, and then save. Am I not spelling something right? Margin, there we go. Right, 15 pixels, cool. All right, that's looking a little bit better. Those fonts looked a little big. That is 18. What size are these? Are those 18? That looks big for 18. Computed font size. There is no computed font size on that, so 18's bigger. Am I zoomed in right now? I'm zoomed in right now. Why am I zoomed in? Hey, that's why the 850 looked so small on that. Okay, so this is the regular size. And this is still zoomed in. Good. All right, cool. So that's what we need. So we will say, min height 100 view height. And then we need body. Does that have display flex? How's that look? All right, cool. That's a little low, so we need to raise that up, but we'll stick that on the body. Is it a multiplayer game? Yeah, it's a multiplayer game. It's like, you basically like start off with like a town center and a bunch of villagers, and you tell them to go cut wood and stuff, and like you can build other buildings. And how do you use the tools in a window? That's awesome. So this is Chrome's inspector. If you just right click, I think if you're in Mac, you have to turn on the inspector mode. But if you're in Windows, you just right click, go down to inspect, and you've got the Chrome tools. They might be stuck in your window at first, so you might have to click on something to get them to pop out, because I like being able to move this around, but up to you on what you want to do there. So we're gonna give the nav a little bit of padding and margin. So now that 28 look, the width 30 looks a little small on that. See, now that looks good. So now we don't even need that width on that image. That was in the nav, so we'll take that off and then save. And then in nav and footer, these both are gonna need a little bit of margin, actually some padding, because if we use margin on the footer, that will push this color away from the edges and it won't look it won't be up against the edge. It'll be like this kind of, and there'll be space in between. We don't want that, so we are going to do padding of 10 pixels. What does that look like? That'll work. And then footer, well, that needs to be bigger. How tall is this? This is 71 pixels. So right now, if we inspect the footer, we'll say padding 15 pixels. 15 pixels, 10 pixels, right? So how tall is that right now? 49. So if we go up another 10 pixels on that, 69, that's pretty close. So we'll just put that on the footer. Cool. So footer's looking kind of good. Maybe we'll give that, in the nav, we'll give this like 15 for the sides. That didn't even, like, that's not even a noticeable change though, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20 pixels works. We'll do that. And then I'm resetting it down there, so it doesn't matter. Rise of Nations? Dude, that's the one where you can just shoot, like, you can eventually cause a nuclear holocaust with that one, can't you? That one's where it's like, if you shoot too many, you lose the game. Yeah, it's in the 3-dot icon thing next to the window. Again, if you're new to this, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get more awesome content like this. Smash that like button if this is something you're interested in, so YouTube knows I'm doing good stuff. So in left side and right side, we need this to be display flex, so we can do align items center. Just because of that top right part. Okay, that's not the right direction. This needs to be flex direction row, which it should be. Why is it doing that? What? It's not even on there. Did I not stick that in the right? Oh, we're putting it on the A's? Oh, we don't want that on the A's, actually. You're right. We want to have just left. Actually, I guess we only need that on right side. There we go. Now that looks nice and pretty. I don't like the spacing on those. We might change the spacing on that a little bit. Let's play around with that. So we inspect this. We'll say 5%. Why did that switch to... Am I setting a max width on this? Why is that wrapping? What if we do 50 pixels? Now it doesn't wrap. That's interesting. Why is it doing that? Who knows? This doesn't have... This is display block, and when I use margin right 5%, it wraps around. If I use 1%, it wraps around. Why does changing that from a fixed pixel value to a percent cause that to wrap? But we want that to be 25 pixels. That looks good. Who knows the answer to that? That's unexpected behavior to me. This is... We need to style these buttons, so... Oh, somebody's grilling burgers, dude. It smells so good. We need to go to our button section. So we'll give this class buttons. Now we can copy that. We'll save. We'll go. This is in our general content, right? No, this is in the centered content. So we will do buttons A, and then we will say background is going to be the gray color here. And then this needs padding of maybe like 25 pixels. Maybe 25 pixels all around will work. What does that look like? Oh, we need to change the color on that to this grayish color. So we'll go here and we'll say color is that. And then we need to say on hover, we need to adjust the hover state. Because right now the hover state is going to make it look pretty close to that, so you won't be able to see it when you hover over it. So we'll do hover. We can demonstrate that real quick. So like if we hover. Oh, I guess that's, those are A tags, right? So we're here, we do hover. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought hover maybe would override that for some reason. That's weird. Hover, we want the background to be this, but slightly darker. So it's like when you hover over the button, the stuff gets a little bit darker. So we'll do like 3D, 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 3D. Now we want to refresh. That might be that's way too intense actually. We want this to be a little bit lighter. We'll do like that. So now we want it to just like slightly get darker. That's still a whole lot. What about 8s? 8s will work. Are these square? No, this have a border radius of, what's the border radius on these? Why can't I see the border radius? Where's that at? Because those are curved. Those have a border radius. We'll say it's 5 pixels. So we'll do border radius 5 pixels. There we go. That looks nice. And we want the color to be white on hover, just so that stands out more. Boom. There we go. That's good. All right. So why is that? I might just give the margin top and content section like -100. That didn't work. That didn't work either. That's not working how I expected it to. Crap. Do we need max width? So max width is off now. Dang it, come back up here. I hate that Windows minimizes everything like that a lot. Margin auto, we need that on there. Display flex, doesn't do anything. Sorry if you can hear my cats meowing. They're playing next to the stuff here. So we're gonna do this, margin top minus pixels. What does this do? Did that move it? That looks appropriate. So we'll go back here, we'll go to our index.html, and then in the logo, we'll do class equals logo container, save, and then in our content here, this is gonna be above buttons, we'll do logo container, margin top minus 250. Now if we refresh, now that stays in the right place, but we do need the div here to take up more space. Why are the buttons overlapping that? Is because the padding on the A's is overflowing that? How should we fix that? Yeah, cats are cats. What gets annoying is when they act like 5-year-olds and they just like, they'll sit on my counter and they'll like push something off and it falls on the ground. They look at it and then they look over at me like, what you can do about it? And they just like misbehave to get attention. They're like 5-year-olds. It's annoying, but they're soft and cuddly, so I forgive them. What's in our console here? Fave icon not found. That's cool. We don't need it. I have 15 minutes to finish this, so we're almost there. We just got to fix the button part here. So if we do margin top 100 pixels, maybe 50 pixels, how's that look? That looks pretty close. So we'll do margin top 50 pixels on the buttons. $60 pixels actually. And then we need this to be, so that's the input, we'll do width 100%. Right, because that's pretty big. Actually, we'll do like, might need more than 100% on that actually. Let's do like 120 and then left minus 10%. And then we'll need position relative. We're kind of moving that. We're kind of hacking this. Like there's probably a better way to get that nav bar positioned correctly. I'm just running out of time, so that's what we're using for the nav bar. Do I even have? That's the only input on the page, so we can just target the input and save that. And then in here, in our input, where's that at? We need a placeholder of what is it supposed to be? No placeholder actually. It just needs to be a magnifying glass. So this is going to be our class equals search container, and then we want search container's position to be relative. Is that going to change our input's position? No, it's good. Cool. And then we want the links, which are the magnifying glass and the microphone, to be what? I guess we can just do search container A, because those are the A's in here. We'll do position absolute those. Now we need to target each specific one, right? So we want the magnifying glass to be on the left and that to be on the right. But we need to adjust the padding on this because it's too small. That is 66 pixels high. So we're gonna grab that, inspect it. We're gonna go, what's up? Not you, 36. How you doing? We're gonna turn off our hover stuff there. This is what, 21 pixels high right now. So we'll do padding. We probably need, on the top we'll do 25 and on the sides we'll do 50, right? That's not on the input. That is on the pseudo element inside of it. So we don't need that there, we need that here. No, the top needs 25 pixels and the sides need 50 pixels. There we go. And then we need a border radius of what, like 20 pixels? No, that's not enough. 30, 50. And then we need border is none because that looked weird. So I think that might be too much. We'll do 20 pixels on top and bottom. That looks more appropriate for our design. So we'll copy that. And that went in, where did that go? In the input. So we'll stick that here. And then we save, and then we refresh. Our positioning looks off a little bit on that. Why is our positioning off on our input? See, that looks centered now, but that math doesn't add up to me. Like if the width is 120% and we're doing left minus 20%, it should be off-centered to the left a little bit, to me. I'm probably just not, I've only had one cup of coffee today, so that's probably what's going on. All right, now we need to position those in the right places, so we'll grab our microphone here. Is this positioned absolute? No, but this A element is, which is what we need. And then we're gonna say right 0, top 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Minus 10%. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that look right? That's going to cause some issues though when we resize it. Maybe not, actually. Yeah, let's stay in the right place. All right, we're good. Never mind. So we'll grab the microphone here. We actually want the A tag that's surrounding it. We'll grab those. And then we need to give a class to that A tag so we can add those styles to that. So we'll say class equals microphone. And then here we will say class equals magnifying glass. And then in here we'll grab this and then we'll say we need to select our microphone class and add those to it. And then we want to select our magnifying glass class and we'll say left. We'll probably maybe using the same stuff with the opposite side will work. We'll say top 11 pixels. I don't know how big our magnifying glass is, so And then as our magnifying glass is the Z index, we need to adjust the Z index, because right now in our HTML, the A is above the input, and whatever's lower on the page, like when we rotate that, the A element's behind the input, so you can't see the magnifying glass right now. So this is position absolute, so we'll say Z index 1, and I think that should put it on top. All right, cool. But our positioning is not working right, so we need to move that around a little bit. So in our magnifying glass class, we'll do minus 17%, and then top only needs to be like 7 pixels. So now we will grab top and left from that and stick that in our magnifying glass here and save. And it's not, we didn't adjust the Z index. Needs to be 1, save. Now, there we go. Cool, so if we turn off the responsive thing, what's up? I think we need some space between the buttons here, right? Yeah. So buttons, I think those are displayed flex. 5 minutes to finish. We got this. We're not gonna make it responsive, unfortunately. I gotta sneeze. Buttons, is that not displayed flex? What if we add display flex? Oh, that didn't look right. That's not in the right place. We want to do justify content space evenly. That works. That looks good. And I think margin top's too much now, right? So margin top needs to be, we'll do like 30 pixels, 40 pixels. All right, so now we just need to put those in here. So where's our buttons class? That needs to be 30, and then we want display flex, and then justify content space evenly, and we refresh, and boom, look at that. All right, so this is what it's supposed to look like. We'll make that, wait, we want that full screen. That's what it's supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, boom. Can you not notice any glaring issues? Our button text is a little small, but I'm okay with that. Flooble's too close to the nav bar. The buttons probably need a little bit more spacing. They're not evenly, the width on them's not even either. But these are all A's. When we hover over them, they look like they're links. So, sweet. High five. Good job, guys. If you followed along, that's awesome. If you want more projects like this, this is the only one that's just HTML and CSS. The other ones have JavaScript. Go to selftaught-dev.com. You got to make an account, and then there's a few other projects on here. I'm probably going to update this weekend because there's like 4 or 5 other projects I need to add to this. If you want to come hop in the Discord link is in the description below. You can talk tech with me, ask questions, whatever you want, hang out. We're working on a community project, which is a dating app called Open Dating. This weekend, I'm going to work on the wireframe. We might make it kind of more diplomatic. How to see the code for your projects? I can't find it. What do you mean? Are you trying to find my GitHub? You can't find the code for this one. This code, we just wrote this code. This isn't on GitHub. But yeah, we're building a dating app, so if you want to come contribute to that, that's going to be fun. I think this week we're probably going to do, everybody can submit a wireframe for it, so we can kind of vote on what we want it to feel like, if we want it to be like a traditional dating app, or if we want to come up with something new. And then we'll make more of the design, like the colors, stuff like that. We'll probably vote on a lot of it, make it kind of diplomatic. I'll probably make some other people, like community project leaders, to help build it, because I don't know if I have the time to do that with all the other stuff I'm trying to do. So come do that. If you haven't, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the new content we're putting out. I'm going to start doing videos based on CSS tricks. So I think I'm just going to go to this, and I'm going to find whatever their most recent blog post is, or some cool CSS trick, and do a video version of it. I think I'm going to start doing that. Monday, I'm working on a CSS tutorial right now, so Monday I'm going to have a new one coming out. I'm going to start posting resume reviews on Sunday. So if you want to send me your resume to get reviewed, my email's in the description. Feel free to email me your resume. I'll blank out sensitive information as much as I can, but some of your information is going to be in the video, obviously. So just be okay with that. Anything else I want to say? Again, make sure you smash that like button if this helps you out. I will do more stuff like this. If you want to have a say in what I live stream, join the Discord, because I'm going to start asking you guys, hey, should I build a front-end project? Should I do cybersecurity Saturday? Or should I just talk about general life on how to be a better developer, like how to be a better person in general, and answer your questions and stuff like that. But I think that's about it. If you want to come play Kingdoms Reborn, make sure you got it downloaded. It's on Steam. Message me in Discord and I will invite you to my gaming server and we can play Kingdoms Reborn together. There's like 3 other guys I'm playing with. Dude, I can't say your name right. Is it Die? Okay, quick question from Morton. I have a quick question. I know HTML, CSS. I've been studying JS and wondering what's your suggestion to study after preprocessors and frameworks. Like, so what frameworks do you know? Do you know React? I would learn React. That's the most popular one. Or actually get on Indeed and find out whatever the most popular framework or library is in your area. Because that's what you're going to need for, like, getting a job, right? No problem. But yeah, make sure you hop in the Discord so you can vote on what the live streams are. And that's about it. So I will see you guys next time. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Peace. Wait, we might set that up right now. Oh my gosh. All right, so I can do OBS, right? I can add a new window for, what do we want to add a new window for? Display capture? No, an image, right? And we want to add, no, it's going to be an image. Create new. And then we want to browse here. You'll have to let me know if this works in the comments, right? So we go to desktop, we go to SelfTaughtDev, we want the SelfTaughtDev logo, we want this. Oh, that's too big. So I also need to just make that a new scene, right? So actually we're gonna delete that. How do I just remove, right? Remove the image, cool. Now we make a new scene called end of stream. We do, okay, my stream might be gone now. Maybe I should probably do this without being live, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, we gotta make it work real quick. All right, we're adding image, browse, SelfTaughtDev logo, open, save. Now we need this to be the same size as the screen. Boom. So this is what the end of the stream is gonna look like. I'll just have that, and then I'll mute my mic and my sound on this one. Can I mute my sound on this, in this scene? It's all black, but I'm adding an image. Okay, sweet. Yep, we're just gonna leave it on this for a sec, and I think that's about it. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.